Hello fashionistas, welcome to class. So I'll be showing you today how to make the monostrap dress. That's the one shoulder off the shoulder dress. And see how beautiful this lace, and to the invisible seam finishing, where we're not going to see your seam on the wrong side of the dress. And this is the wrong side of the dress. Look at how neat and concealed the seams are. Look at your M line, and this is the side. You can see you don't need your weaving machine or overlocking machine for this tutorial at all. And for the back, look at the neatness of your zipper down to the M line. So I'll be showing you how to make this dress from start to finish. Now we're making the one shoulder off the shoulder dress. You need your basic bodice pattern. If you know how to draft this, beautiful, just draft your normal basic bodice pattern, and then you open up the pattern like this. Now the reason why I want to open up is because we are going to cut off a shoulder from this pattern. So I want my other part of the shoulder to be off by 4 inches. So I'm going to measure 4 inches. You can use either side. Four inches. So you just connect this way. But if you want it slanting, a bit slant, you can just come like this. So that's how to cut your one shoulder off the shoulder. Now for the armhole area, this pattern is for the normal bodice pattern, normal bodice, but that will have a sleeve. But if you're doing a sleeveless dress, always subtract 2 inches from your armhole circumference before you draft the armhole area. So if your armhole is 17 inches, you're just going to divide, you're going to subtract 2 from 17, that is 15. So you divide 15 by 2, and that is what will be the distance from your shoulder line to the chest line here. That's the armhole length. So for your sleeveless dresses, always subtract 2 inches from the armhole circumference before drafting your pattern. So I placed my pattern on the fabric, and because this dress is also sleeveless, remember, I'm going to be taking the armhole upwards by 2 inches. I'll take it up by 2 inches, and I'm going to redraft this block of the armhole. Here. I'm going to just redraft it. So just do that before you place your pattern on the fabric. So I'm going to cut this out now. So I've cut my front block, that's it, and then you can see the back block here. You just add 1.5 inches seam zipper allowance. So now I want to get my darts point. So you place your pattern on the fabric again, and then you insert your office pin into the points here, 1, 2, and 3. So you fold this, you bend this over to see the pin, and then you just make a plus sign. Like that. So you can remove the patterns and the pin now. So that's the dart point on the 3 sides, like this. You can see I've marked them on the wrong sides of the fabric. So you're going to slash your zipper points now. So now you open up your pattern. This is the back block. You can see the zipper allowance here. You open it up. and you open up the front block on it. To open up my pattern on it so that I can slash the shoulder, the off shoulder area. You can see that. You can see that we've slashed that. So because we want to create this slant, it has to enter into the armhole. So you just do this. Like this, and that's all. So you cut this off too, and then you cut your lining the same way as the fabric. Now I want to highlight the neckline with this plain fabric. So you're just going to place the right side of the plain fabric down, and you place the Ankara on it. So I'll just cut out the neckline like this, and I'm going to be using 3 inches width plus 1 inch seam allowance, because we'll be top stitching by 1/2 inch on this side, and then we'll be sewing in 1/2 inch here. So it's going to go back to the 3 inches. So you're going to just cut out the neckline and then measure your 3 and 1 inch, that's 4 inches width, round the neckline. So we want to sew now, and then the first thing to do is the pattern you cut, the plain pattern you cut, just iron your black interfacing. This is the air stay, it comes in black and white. So the rough side, this shiny part, is the gum area, and this dull part is the other side. So you iron this gum part on the wrong side of your facing, and so now you pin that to the dress pattern, and then you top stitch with 1/2 inch on the lower part of the pattern. You just top stitch round, and after doing that, you're going to now sew your darts. You sew in your darts, and because this is going to be a sleeveless dress, I decided to iron my paper stay. This is the soft interfacing. I ironed it on the armhole area of the fabric and the lining. So you also pick your darts on the lining, and you iron your paper stay on the wrong side of the lining. You can see it here. This is it, and you can see that I've picked the darts too on the lining. So for the front and back blocks, that's how you do it. After top stitching, then we want to fix the zipper. So you're going to measure the length of your zipper on the dress, and so you sew the remaining. You sew the remaining there. You sew the remaining down. So what you're going to do is you put your zipper this way, you open it up, and then you turn it opposite direction, just the normal way we fix the zipper. You already know how to do it. So I'll be sewing close to the edge of the zipper like this on the zipper allowance. So once you get to the end here, you secure the knot. You just secure the knot here, and then you place the other edge of the zipper on the other allowance. I'm done sewing the zipper. So after sewing the zipper, what you do next is to place the back block on the front block, and then you're going to shape out your measurements. Shape out your bust point, your under bust point, and then at the armhole area, because there is no sleeve attached, you will not be slanting your bust point upward. Make sure it goes upward, not slant. Let it go straight, not slant. Here too, the other side, let your bust point connect upwards, not sideways. And after that, you do the same thing for your lining. You also shape out the lining. And after you've done that, you're now going to sew the lining to the fabric on the hem line. Just sew it round the hem line. And after sewing that, then we're going to align. We want to sew it to the zipper point. And using the lining to turn the fabric now. You align the zipper of the zipper allowance of the lining on the zipper itself, like this. And then you'll be taking the zipper allowance here with the zipper allowance of the lining, and you hold the two together. So when you hold the two together, you're going to now turn it to the fabric area where you'll be able to see the line, the line of the zipper. So you just be sewing close to the teeth of the zipper again. You just sew again all the way upward. So see how neat the zipper area is, like a ready-made dress. So we want to turn our neckline now. So you open up your zipper like that, and then you turn the neckline round. So I'm turning my neckline now. We're going to pin, and then when you get to the seam, the side seams, make sure you open them up. You open them up, and then you pin also, so that you can sew 1/2 inch round. So after sewing the neckline, I'm trying to create notches around the curve. You just notch. Make sure you don't cut into the seam line, so that the neckline will lay properly. You just take the seam that you've sewn and then you've notched around, you lay it on your fingers like this, and then you put the lining on top, and so you'll be top stitching 1/4 inch on the lining all round. So see how neat the neckline is. So we want to join the armhole now. What you do is to make a hole on the lining. You loosen a part of the lining, and then you bring out the old dress from that point. So you open up the seam. You can see the hole we did here. So you open up the seam of the lining and the seam of the fabric, and place the right side against the right side. Then you pin the two together, and after pinning, you just sew 1/2 inch on your armhole round. You can see on the two armholes, you just sew. So after sewing your armhole round, you also notch it there. Then you bring it out again from the hole, and that's the outlook of the armhole. See how neat it is. So you're going to be ironing here. So after ironing, you look at the hole again. You put your hand into the hole towards the armhole, towards the shoulder, and then you push in the 4 shoulders together. You push them in, and you bring it out from the hole, and then you'll be sewing 1/2 inch on your shoulders. So see how beautiful the top, the old dress is, the visible closing, and then the hem line. So you're going to iron it to be straight. And so once you're done with that, you're going to hold these two openings together, this opening, and then you just stop stitch. You just sew a tiny stitch along that line. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up, like my videos, share it with your friends, fellow fashion designers. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos on how to do different DIY projects and tutorials. And I'll be glad to read your comments and to also know which other videos you would like me to do for you. Thanks a lot, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.